Hi guys, it's been a minute. This is a different kind of video I'm filming today. I never thought I'd be filming this video. I never wanted to film this video. I just really wanted to talk to you guys. I know some of you guys would have experienced something like this. I'm sorry if I'm everywhere in this video. It's a video I never wanted to film. I'm filming this because I want to talk to you guys. So recently my dog Molly passed away. She was only with us for a couple years. Molly was my brother's birthday present a few years ago, and I always just considered her to be my birthday present because I just fell in love with her as soon as I saw her. She was my favorite pet. When I was really upset, I just cuddled her and it just made me feel instantly better. I didn't realize how hard it was losing a pet until I lost Molly. I always heard stories about people's pets passing away or them losing their pets, and you know, I felt really sad for people, but I didn't truly understand what it felt like until I lost her. So it's been really hard. I feel dramatic and I haven't really been talking about it. Ugh. I don't want people to take this out of context and think that, you know, I don't know, like being really dramatic. Because I don't feel I am. I feel like everyone is entitled to feel what they want to feel. I really loved her. She was genuinely my best friend. So basically Molly got sick. We didn't notice anything at first, and then she started getting really dizzy and disorientated. At first she really just didn't seem right. She wasn't herself. She was more reserved. And then my dad saw her collapse in the backyard. She was having seizures. I got a phone call from my dad saying that, you know, he was on his way to the vet. I hated hearing that. I knew that that wasn't a good start. I really didn't have a good feeling after that phone call. I knew that there was something really, really wrong. So basically when she got to the vet, they had a look at her and they said that she might have some sort of disease or infection, something like that. So we waited a bit more. The wait felt like such a long time. When the vet finally came out, she said that Molly had meningitis. And we asked the vet, like, how do you think she got it? And the vet said, I have no idea. It could be a whole bunch of things. And she said, or it could literally just happen. So we came home with Molly, thankfully, and we had a lot of medications to give her. Anti-seizure medication, anti-nausea, that sort of stuff, and antibiotics as well. So it was a fair bit we were prescribed. So yeah, I was more than happy to do that. We had to give her tablets like 4 or 5 times a day. At the same like time, there was like a routine. I worked from home, so I was more than happy to, you know, be with her, take care of her and give her all of her medication. Each day as we gave her the steroids in her tablets, as she was eating, you could see she just got bigger and bigger. And she ended up being, she was so cute. She was really chunky and really fucking cute. I remember she was way heavier to pick up and she was so cute. So after a while she seemed like she was getting like better. Anyway, so she fell sick again and she started having like really uncontrollable seizures again, and it was really, really hard to watch. If you guys ever experienced having a pet that, you know, had a lot of seizures, it's really, really hard to see that, you know, because you know they're in pain and you wish you could help in some way. Quickly rushed her back to the vet, and when we got to the vet they said that she needed to go to an animal hospital. They didn't have the facilities to help her, so we drove an hour away to an animal hospital that was open 24/7 that could help Molly. And when we went to the vet they wrapped her up in a blanket and, you know, oh, it's so sad. They put a cannula in her and we drove her to the animal hospital. I know, I think she was immediately on like a whole bunch of drips, and you know, they were taking care of her. They took her out the back. Well, I was in a room describing like what was happening to her this past like month, and this is like the worst we've seen her. The lady at the animal hospital came back with a quote on how to fix her, and it was $17,000, money I didn't have. I felt really awful that I didn't have the money, but she said that we could just keep her on drips just overnight and see if she gets better, and we can take her home in the morning. Ultimately, our family decided to just keep her there overnight and, you know, on the drips and see if she got better. And she survived that night, so we picked her up in the morning and we could take her home. I was like crying on the way home. I was holding her in a blanket and she was so vocal that car ride home. She was howling like I've never heard her make those noises before. I guess she was just so happy to like go back home as well. Oh, she was so funny. Hey guys, this is Editing Anna weeks after that video was filmed. When looking back on the footage, I realized that I actually can't use the other half of the video because I wasn't really making any sense in the video and I was crying way too much. I just kind of want to tell the story more than I cry. That's why I'm here now. I'm gonna tell you guys what happened with less emotion to it because I know that that can be a little annoying. It was annoying for me to watch. At the time, yes, I was processing a lot of emotions. I've processed it more now. However, I need to refilm the end of the video now. I think the last thing I was up to was talking about her medication that she was on. So it was really hard to give her the medications. We would have to sometimes chop up cabanossi and give the tiniest pieces with the pills in them. That was the only way she could, you know, consume her medication. Other than that, we've tried for hours and it was just so emotionally draining. Just the whole experience was really emotional and it was really difficult. It's really not nice seeing your pets suffer and go through all that because it takes a really emotional toll on you as well. But again, I couldn't imagine how Molly was feeling. There was a moment in time where she really wasn't looking good. Yeah, we had scheduled an appointment for her to get put to sleep, and the day of, when we drove her there, she was so happy. She was energetic and like completely normal. Like she was not sick at all. I was so emotional, like what is happening? Still to this day, I don't understand what happened. I just put it down to she knew what was happening. I don't know, but when we saw her there, even the vet had to process what was happening because she was doing laps around everyone. She was happy. She was fine. And so we obviously cancelled that because no. Yeah, no. Anyway, after a couple of months, it seemed like she was really getting better and we were on top of the medications. I think between 2 months, she still had seizures sometimes, but it wasn't as much as she was having before the medication. So the tablets really helped. She was on like anti-nausea or anti-vertigo, something like that. And she was on some sort of steroid and she was on anti-seizure. So it was like 3 things, but we had to give her the tablets like 4 or 5 times a day. I can't quite remember. It was a really big and consistent routine we had to keep. We had to give it to her at like the exact same times, you know, every day with food, which was, as I said before, really difficult. So we really thought she was getting better. So she obviously had a checkup appointment and the vet said she seems better now, but there is a high risk that you know, the meningitis will come back. Basically, we were told the reason why she got meningitis was she didn't contract it or anything. It was just genuinely bad luck. She was probably born with it, they said. She really was a 1 in a million pet. She had the biggest personality. She had such attitude. She was a spoiled brat and she knew it, and we loved her all the more for it. So the vet gave her 2 years left of life expectancy. However, they just don't know, and I just had a real gut feeling that things still weren't right. So I just made sure the next 2 months that I went out with her a lot. We took her to a cafe together and we just hung out with her. We spent so much time with her, and she was to the point where she was sick of us. So she loved going on walks, so we really upped to that. However, because of the medication and her condition, she got really tired, so we had to carry her. It was really cute to carry her though. I was more than happy doing that because she was my baby. And then Boxing Day arrived. I was out that day, and then I received a phone call from my family saying that, you know, things weren't good. She was having uncontrollable seizures and she was just suffering. They've never seen her this bad before, and that I needed to get back because they booked the appointment. There weren't many places open because it was Boxing Day. There was one place we found open only for emergencies, only for 2 hours in the day. So we thought, okay, we packed up and we went there. Yeah, hearing her in the car just having uncontrollable seizures and not being able to breathe, that was one of the hardest things I've ever had to listen to in my life. And it's really tough to even talk about now, as you guys can see. I should have known I wouldn't be able to talk about it without any tears, but at least I'm conveying it better than I was weeks before. I was in the room with her and it happened very quick. Quicker than I expected. So when we were alone with her in the room, I gave her so many kisses because when she was alive with us, she was so energetic and crazy. She would never let us kiss her. She would just get the zoomies and just run around. And it was so funny. She loved us so much, but she would not accept affection. She was like, ugh, what's this? And she'd look at us like weird. She just wouldn't stand any of that. It was really hard. I stayed, I think, in the room for an hour afterwards. I couldn't let her go. It could have happened on Christmas, but it didn't. So I think she was hanging on one more day for us, which breaks my heart as well. It's been a real big emotional roller coaster, and I haven't really been talking about it to anyone because I just don't want to be a bother. I feel like this is a safe space on my channel. I wanted to film this and talk to you guys because it would make me feel better, and I just wanted to let you guys know because I've posted Molly on my social media before. I just wanted a video dedicated to her on my YouTube channel. Before I post anything else, I want to post this because I love her so much and I wanted to have her little own video here. I ordered a black pug and I kept Molly's colour, as you can see. I did this because she really was the best pet I've ever had my whole life. I think she was only with us for 2 years, yet she has made the biggest impact in my life than anything else. So I love and miss her very much, and I always will. I'll never forget her. Thank you guys also so much for listening and watching this. It really means the world, and at the end of this I'm gonna put a montage of Molly so you guys can see a little bit about who she was and how she was just the best.
What? But I'll give you Stop just stepping over me.